Hello, Jason. Participating as well. It's Ingo here.
Hi, everybody. We're here talking to the guys from Assassin. Welcome to Friday the 13th, guys. How are you?
Hey,
Hey,
welcome.
hey, Jason, we're
You're
fine.
doing fine here.
Good, good. It was great to see you guys at Headbangers Open Air. A great gig, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. We
You're
really did
welcome.
it. Was a blast of a show
Oh,
and
absolutely.
very nice
So,
festival, nice people. So
yeah, that likewise. So, what's been happening with you guys since we met at Headbangers Open Air? What have you been doing the last couple of months?
to be honest, not quite that much. We had a couple of more shows to solve. We played a couple of gigs in Czech Republic on festivals, and I have to recall what was the last Czech was the Middle Age.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in on the medieval
Yeah,
castle. Yeah, it was
medieval
very nice place where we played.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
played there together with the guys from Panzer Stench and Carcass were headlining the festival. So it was really nice.
yeah,
It was a
it was
nice,
really
nice
good.
place. Zama also had been there, so
All over this year was a pretty successful for us. We started this year with a little tour, with a small tour in Mexico, and had
Okay.
a show in Mexico City. No, first in Monterrey and second in Mexico City. That was very nice. And then we had some gigs in Germany as well afterwards,
yeah.
and then went off to Cyprus as well, and so on. So it was pretty successful
Right. So
after.
you've been quite busy then since Headbangers Open Air.
Yeah, this is definitely. Yeah.
Okay, then. So, I mean, you guys are not the original members, as we all know. Most of the people out there know. Just tell me a little bit about your backgrounds. What bands were you in before you came to Assassin?
Oh man, uh, you want to start, Ingo?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I used to be the singer for a German band called Super Soma, and for about I think about 15 or 16 years. And we never made it quite to a record deal and stuff, but we had some let's say local success, and we were keeping it on. It was kind of a mixture of doom metal and hardcore, so we call that doomcore, and probably you could say orientated with the sounds just like latest Corrosion of Conformity or Down in special, a bit of Crowbar, stuff like that, and
Yeah.
we did a couple of records as well, and we made it. It's already 20 years ago. We made
Right.
it to Wacken Festival and played there the metal battle in the tent with this band, but never made it to a bigger or at least more countable success so far. And then also had a band called Lot of Giant in at my hometown, which was kind of a 70s stoner rock orientated kind of style. We also did some records and released some records. A debut record only on vinyl. This was special because I'm a vinyl collector, and therefore it was something special for me. It was my first vinyl I ever released to that time. And afterwards, I played for about nearly, I guess, 12 years in a local band here in Krefeld called New Damage. I replaced the original genuine singer there, and also we released a couple of records there and on a small independent label, and but we split up about, I guess, 5 or 6 years now from now.
Okay.
And yeah, I was quite busy in local bands to that time. Since one day I met Björn, our original drummer now, at a place in Mönchengladbach where we played together. When I supported his band, he was, I guess, he was playing there with Vibravoid, and I was playing there with the Lot of Giant combo as a support, and then we met up in backstage and did find out that we are both big and huge Suicidal Tendencies fans.
Okay.
And the Tendencies were on tour to that time. They were supposed to play a show 3 or 4 weeks ahead to that date in Germany, and asked Björn, because I wanted to go there but had no companion to join me since then. And he said, yeah, okay, probably I can give you a ride for that. And we teamed up about that, and did that show together, and drove together to the Suicidal Tendencies concert. And so that's where we met and started to know each other a little bit more. And after that, the Suicidal Tendencies concert, I guess 2 or 3 weeks after that, I got a call from Björn. Could you probably imagine to become the new Assassin singer?
Okay, cool.
Robert split the band and got out of it, and the guys were on to continue, and we're searching for a new singer. And for me, Assassin is a band I grew up with.
Yeah, me too.
Was when 12, 30 years old. We listened to Assassin songs at our parties and stuff. So it was not that kind of a long period for me to think over if it could be a possibility. So we met up. I joined 1 or 2 rehearsals, and that's the deal. Since then, for about now 13 years, I'm the new singer for Assassin.
Okay. What about you, Jürgen? What about bass playing? What band was you in before Assassin?
Yeah, I was playing in some local rock and roll band called Skinny Bolt. I was with a guitarist of a very popular band here in Germany that's called Nena. But anyway, so we had that band, and we were playing Düsseldorf, and met. We were pretty good connected to all to the whole rock and roll scene here in the area. And I met the former bass player of Assassin at some party, as far as I remember. And he was asking me, "Hey man, can you imagine to join the band, to join Assassin? Because I ain't got the time to play anymore in that band because I'm so busy with." He was the bass. He is still the bass player of, maybe you know, that Jimi Hendrix tribute guy called Rennie Hansen. Yeah, he's the bass player.
I know Randy Costello.
Yeah,
I think, but that's it. Yeah, I don't know this guy, but no.
Yeah, he's from you. Yeah, check it out. He's really good. Rennie Hansen from the USA, and you close your eyes and you won't hear a difference between Jimi Hendrix and Rennie Hansen. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, he was asking me at the party if I can imagine to join Assassin, and I said yeah. Actually, I had a beside that Skinny Bolt job that I was playing bass with in that band. I had a job at some musical theater. I was playing a show. And I was still in contract with that show, and I said to the bass player, to UFO is his name, to UFO, I said, I'm busy with that musical show, but when it's running out, when it's got its last show, I'm free to join the band. So yeah, you can give my number to the band, and they can give me a call if they like. Okay. And then after it was maybe 5 or 6 weeks later, I thought to myself, okay, that won't come a call from that band. Maybe they found somebody else. And then actually Charlie was giving me a call and said, hey man, we got your telephone number. We're interested in a new bass player. We're interested in you. Would you like to do a rehearsal with us, or to some kind of a casting,
Right. Okay, so I mean, when you listen, you look back at the band's previous albums. We all know Upcoming Terror and Interstellar Experience are brilliant albums. Which one's your favorite, guys, out of those two? Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, of course, Upcoming Terror.
Yeah, for me, it's more the Interstellar Experience, which I prefer from the first 2 records. And as you said, they're classics, from German thrash metal, and I grew up with that shit, and we still love to play the songs.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, like Jürgen's the original guitar player. I mean, why did they break up in the first place? Do you know the reason why they broke up?
In the first place,
yeah,
back in the 90s, you mean, after the second? Yeah,
after
of course.
The second album, yeah.
Somebody got into some burglars got into in the rehearsal room, and they stole all the equipment. And
really?
Then
wow.
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Was over, and they got no money to they spent all the money from the record company in that equipment already, and they got no money to buy some new stuff.
Wow, that sucks, man. So I mean, that was the reason why they broke up, because they got some equipment stolen.
That's the main reason. Yeah,
that's really, really bad, because like you said, both albums are great and they're both very different, but they're still very brutal.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And back in the days, it was they was thrash metal pioneers, no?
Yeah, I mean, what is it with German thrash metal? It seems to be more brutal than American thrash. What is it with the German scene? Why are you guys more brutal than the American? Because you make a lot of these American bands sound like Bon Jovi.
Yeah,
more bad.
Yeah,
evil.
I don't know. I just can't guess, But American music scene and the American business, they have the skills to make bands really huge and big and successful. But the German scene, because Germany is a quite small country, it's always a bit more underground, and because of that, you have more freedom and you have more possibilities to do what you want, what you really want to do. And maybe then the outcoming, all in all, is that the German thrash metal is a bit more brutal than the American thrash.
Absolutely, yeah.
I would say for myself, also find a reason for the brutality in German and the extreme sound of the German thrash and Teutonic thrash metal. Probably is the fact that when the scene exploded, there were a couple of bands. And all were connected, because the main center of it was in the Ruhrpott area with Sodom, with Kreator, and even Destruction came from another place, but were connected to the guys, and they all played shows together, and probably was kind of a friendly competition, because everybody tries to compare his shit with the sounds and songs from the other bands, and said, okay, come on, they did a real evil thing, let's do the same, and let's probably beat them and strike them with our next record or our next songs. And probably this is also kind of a reason why the German thrash metal in particular is that without compromise, you can say, they're in comparison to the American sound, the guys, of course, because they were very young, and started not as professionals at all, they most of them learned and earned their skills by themselves, and they weren't that kind of virtuous as the Americans. Probably they also thought about that, they have to bring on at least a more kind of an uncompromising attitude to that, and that could also be kind of the deal why German thrash metal is that brutal.
Right. Okay. So, what did Jürgen do when the Assassin broke up? Did he play a guitar for anybody else, or did he just quit completely until he decided to get the band back together?
This is what do you mean? What do you mean? You mean
when Jürgen left to quit the band when they broke up after the second album? Did he carry on playing guitar, or did he just quit the music altogether? Music scene.
He was playing with some that was some kind of metal back in the 90s. Metal was not that well going, it was not that popular anymore. Some other styles and music and in the hard rock and roll music came up, like grunge and crossover and so on, and he was joining a band that was quite successful. What was the name already? What was the name again? Secret Discovery. Yeah, he was asked to play the guitar in that band, in that Secret Discovery band, and they had quite good time, and they were pretty successful in Germany and on the continent, in Europe.
Right then. So when he actually reformed Assassin before you guys joined the band, did he try to get the original members back together? when they reformed?
They try to. Yeah. They
were
what
asking.
Happened? Dinko was he's from Croatia, and he went back to Croatia because as far as I know, he got some problems with the law here in Germany.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not. I don't know if that's gossip or something like, so I'm not pretty sure. But that's how I heard the story. That's how I heard it, and that's how I know the story. So he was back in Croatia, and he didn't want to come back to Germany. And Lule, the old bass player, he had other things to do. He said, "No, I'm out of metal. I'm not a metalhead anymore. You have to ask somebody else."
Right. Yeah. Okay then.
As far as I know, Michael and Scholli and Robert reunited then to the time. They also got a couple of offers from festivals, just like Wacken. As far as I know, they played 2003 or 2004. They played the show there. No?
Yeah, I can't remember. We played the first time they were playing without me because I wasn't in the band yet. And the second time I was playing with Assassin at Wacken Festival. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, you guys got together on the album Combat Cathedral.
Yeah.
How was it for you guys when you got together and started writing songs together? Was it an easy process writing songs, or was it difficult at first?
Yeah. Of course, it was difficult. We were missing the original. The first singer Robert was left the band.
Yeah.
And we had some pretty crisis, We were searching for some new singer. We luckily found Ingo, who's technically and from his voice a better singer than Robert. But it's not that easy to find to replace a main position like a singer from one day to the other, Yeah. And the record company SPV was asking for a new album, so we had to do something.
Yeah, for me, the situation was when I joined the band, they already got at least 3/4 of the record musically done, and at least it was my task, to find the lyrics and to find the voice over the tracks. And as far as I remember, it was quite a deal, but it was also fun, and it was also kind of a challenge for me to replace such a genuine person just like Robert, and to find my own style on the Assassin thing, because Scholli has a clear vision how Assassin has to sound like, and on one way he gave me the opportunity and also the freedom to be myself. It was not the case that he asked me to do it just like Robert would have done it. He said you're free to do your own style, your own things, but it still has to fit in what I think how Assassins should sound like. And that's what we're about to find out. And I guess it went quite well because I really like the Combat Cathedral album as my debut for Assassin as a singer. And up till now, we made 3 more records now from that point on, and I guess we found our way together to bring that style on. Of course, I'm not Robert, and I don't want to be him in that case because it wouldn't make no sense. He's quite genuine in what he had done. The 2 first records are classics without any doubt. But yeah, I see it like my mission is to bring on Assassin for the next years and to do what I like to do and to do the singing and presenting the Assassin style in my own way. But you can be sure Scholli has the vision, to often tell me, okay, you probably have an idea that's nice, but it's not quite fitting for the Assassin style. So we had to work that out, and still do up to the days now. And,
okay.
And hopefully we're getting along anymore, just like it is. I mean, I'm also very proud on our latest release, the Skull Blast EP, which I think we quite managed well to probably find some more, let's say, hook lines in the thrash metal style from Assassin, and the record is still Assassin, but it's more kind of a more hooked up.
Right. Okay. Then, so the album Combat Cathedral. Before we finish talking about this, what's your favorite songs, both of you, from that album?
My favorite songs from the album is Back from the Dead and Whoremonger is quite a track I really admire from that record.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What's the name of the second song on the A side? That's
Frozen Before Impact.
Frozen Before Impact. Yeah. I forgot the name.
That was a Dinko riff. I worked on with Michael to that time, and we created that song. It's also a very, very nice tune.
Yeah, I like Frozen Before Impact. I like that very much. Yeah.
I mean, the last album you did in 2020 on Massacre Records, Bestia Immodius, is that how you pronounce it?
Bestia Mundis.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What does it mean?
Bestia Immunis is a saying from the Bible, as far as I know. No? But you came up with that, Ingo.
It's the main reason to call that record was it was an allusion to the state. It's connected to the classic Bible situation of the Leviathan and the animal, the deer which stands behind it. It's not only let's say a symbol for Satan as well. It's more the how can I say? It's more an allusion to the darker and deeper ways of human failure and the beast in all of us. You can say it like that, and therefore I try to pull on some expressions from classical Bible sites and verses, and that was the main idea behind that title.
Okay. I mean, you did it took like 6 years before you released the Skull Blast. Why did it take so long between that? Because you're still on Massacre Records. What was the reason for the big gap of the album and the EP?
Yeah, to be honest, we first toured a bit, and for sure the other reason is we're all still working, in regular day jobs. They cannot make a living from playing at Assassin. It's hard to tell, but it is that way. So of course we all have our obligations in our all day life. I became a father as well.
Okay.
10 years ago, so I had to deal with my son and family stuff, and I have a regular day job I'm working on. So you don't find the time to be let's say a full-time musician with Assassin as a band. So probably this is one of the reasons it took us quite that long, as well as we also had to replace the position of Michael when he split the band after Combat Cathedral. You know for sure that Frank Blackfire did join.
What happened with him? What happened with Frank? I mean, he did the album and then kind of disappeared, went back to Sodom, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the moment Frank entered the rehearsing room and informed us about his new work for Sodom, we already knew, okay, it will be hard to see him again for the next couple of days, because they really got busy. I don't know if they by themselves expected that kind of success they earned now, and it's well earned, no doubt about that. But it developed that way that he simply had no time. He officially never left Assassin, and for that is still a band member of Assassin.
Okay.
We cannot find the time to come across already, because he was that busy with Sodom the last I guess 2.5 or 3 years even with producing and 2 No More records and stuff. And of course, we wanted to carry on. So at a certain point of time, we started to watch out for another guitar player who can replace Frank in its position, because Assassin should be a twin guitar attack, and therefore we luckily find my mate Steve, which I already played also as well in Super Summer before. So my plan when Michael left the band, my plan was already to bring Steve on the map, but then there came Frank into the band, and of course you cannot beat a Frank Blackfire, man.
Yeah.
So Steve was out for that time, and after Frank now didn't find the time anymore to work with us, we got to Steve again, and I brought him on the map, and yeah, luckily it also worked out, and we did the Skull Blast EP lately.
Right then. So how do you see the Skull Blast EP progress from the last album? Has it progressed? Is it a different style, or is it still similar to the last album?
Yeah, of course, it made it progress, because all the songs were written by all the band members. It was pretty new. We had another white voice from the albums before, and after that long period without any release, we had some time to work on the songs, and they came out.
We took our time also as well. We didn't felt the pressure, of course we still had a record to do for Massacre, but on the other hand, we had no pressure from the record labels and stuff, and we took our time to say, come on, if doesn't matter if it takes another half a year, there should be quality. Let's work on it till we are all satisfied about that. And it was the first time that we had a workflow all together as a team. We teamed up with the band. Of course, Scholz still is kind of the supervisor of everything, which he thinks is the typical and origin Assassin sound. But he also left us the freedom, to work it out. And Steve also did a great job on that record, and brought in a lot of new influences into it. And it was quite fun to do so, and it was quite fun to write the songs for the Skull Blast EP. I have to admit, that kind of fun was lacking when we produced and recorded the Bestia Mundus album. Probably that's the reason why the Bestia Mundus album is that kind of hard and brutal, because I really had a struggle to that time with writing, and also coming along with the Bestia Mundus material. I can remember that I had a lot of discussions with Scholz. I can remember that I probably for one song brought about 5 or 6 different versions. We already canceled again, and because he didn't felt that it was quite on point. And for me, as far as I remember, the producing of Bestia was kind of a hard thing, and a hard, uncomfortable way to do so. And luckily, we released or at least it came out quite well, and the record is a strong one. I didn't expect it to the time we did it, because I was struggling really a couple of times with producing it, and when it came out, then I was very, very happy that it's still a strong record, But it was quite different, and quite the opposite when we did the Skull Blast things. It's lately.
Right then. So when is your next album coming out? Have you got any new songs wrote? Have you got enough material for the next album? Is it going to be released on Massacre as well?
Yeah, we have some ideas, but it's not the time. It's not the time to tell yet, because we're just in progress to write some songs, and to fill the pot, so to say.
Yeah.
And to talk to several people, like the record company and some other people that we want to join the new production.
Yeah.
And it's a bit early to tell something about it.
Yeah,
okay. I mean, how would you see the new songs from the previous that you're writing now? What direction is it? Heavier than the last album, or is it?
You mean
like?
that?
Yeah. How's the new music going to sound compared to the last album?
You mean now the Scalbos material, or the things we have in line?
The ones you have, the ideas you have coming up now, are they more heavier than what you've done of previous, or is it still pretty much the same as
I would say
albums?
It's still the same. It's still the same. Strike on and pulling forward, because as I mentioned before, Jürgen Scholz has a very certain vision how he thinks Assassins should sound like, and you can be sure, or also the fans can be sure. Even if we cannot tell too much just right now, and even if it will take its time, because we have a lot of other items and other issues we want to realize in the upcoming year in 2026. But it still will be a thrash metal record, and it still will be a thrash metal record Assassin fans can rely on, will satisfy them.
And so you're not going to do a Metallica album, the Black Album, then you're going to go commercial.
No experience, no experiments about that.
Okay.
Unless these when we're writing songs, we're not thinking in terms of hard or harder and hardest. We're just thinking in terms of good or bad. And if it's good, and the English saying, if it's good, no explanation is needed, and if it's bad, no explanation will help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but on the other hand, it's for us, of course, the item is that we're following a thrash metal. We're a thrash metal band, So people don't have to expect an unplugged ballad record from ours.
No.
That's very unlikely.
It's kind of weird because the other day I was looking through the internet and I found another band called Assassin, like a hard rock.
Yeah.
You know the band?
Yeah, I know a hip hop band from France.
Really?
Is that's
no, it's not. It's like a hard rock band from America.
From America, okay.
Yeah.
Send me the link if you like. Okay.
I will do. Yeah. It's just I just come across them on YouTube. I was like, okay, so there's two Assassins.
Yeah, because
we got two of them, their asses off.
No, I don't think they're allowed. I don't think they're around anymore. I think these guys were around back in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably they sue us the asses off.
Guys, I want to thank you for doing this interview. I wish you all the best, and hopefully we'll meet again in the very near future. Do you have anything to say to the people watching this on YouTube?
Yeah, people, stay tuned, stay on. Assassin is still in mode, and we're, as we said before, we're working on a couple of things for the next year, and watch out. We will present it on the multimedia, just like Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and hopefully we're going to see each other again at another rock show in the next year, on a couple of festivals, and then we're going to thrash the fucking place and have some couple of beers there. Thank you, and stay safe and take care.
Thank you. Yourself?
Germany.
Do you have anything to say, Jürgen?
Yes, amen. Thank you very much for having the interview with us. We like you very much, and thank you very much to everybody who's listening to the band. We're nothing without you. Stay tuned, stay heavy, and we'll see you next time on the next concert. Okay, many greets from Germany.
Thank you, guys. But thank you for tonight.
Thank you very much.
That's in fucking kick, man. Thank you. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, folks. Thanks for checking into the interview I've just done with Assassin members. First of all, I want to thank Joachim and also Inga for doing this interview. As we all know, Assassin have been around since the late 80s, mid-80s, and did two fantastic albums, Upcoming Terror and Interstellar Experience, both released on Steamhammer. Now, the band this year played Headbangers Open Air. If you were there, you'd know what to expect. They were brilliant live, which came out on their Massacre record. It's called Skull Blast. If you haven't heard the EP, check it out. It's got a fantastic cover of Green Man Alici by Fleetwood Mac, which was covered by Judas Priest. So thanks for watching, folks. Leave comments. Let me know what you think of this interview. Like I said, Assassin are an amazing band. If you like brutal German thrash, check these guys out. Thanks, guys, for watching, and also to the band. Good luck. Thanks for watching.